Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mind Gap Podcast. Thanks for stopping by. If you like what we make here, please do us a huge solid and hit the like and subscribe button down below. We also live stream the podcast every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central, and I host a video game live stream on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Central, so come by and hang out. If you're feeling extra giving, please check out our Patreon page. The link is in the description below. Thanks for tuning in, and enjoy the show. Mind Gap Podcast. Everybody, welcome to Mind Gap Podcast. I'm Doug.
I'm Justin.
And back in action once again is our very good friend, an amazing Twitch streamer, a very funny human, and honestly, hard worker, just great insights.
Oh, I'm not a hard worker.
You are a hard worker. It appears that way, and that's what matters. It appears that way. Please welcome back C2! So nice to have you back on, C2.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here on the Mind Gap. On the Mind Gap.
We're happy to have you on the Mind Gap.
Yes. It's been 35.
Hold on. I got one of those too.
It's been.
You know what? I'm just going to swap out which soundboard I'm looking at. We're going to stay on the 0.7s. I feel like that's going to come up a lot.
I think, yeah, that's good.
0.7s? Oh, please. Yeah. I love it.
Justin's the king of this stuff, so,
Wow.
Yeah. So nice to have you back. It's been I did the math, 35 episodes since you've been here. So last time you were here was episode 292. This is episode 327. Wow. So happy and excited to have you back.
You guys have a body of work, I tell you what.
That's a way of putting it.
That's a way to put it.
We've got a dad bod of work.
We have got
a dad bod of work.
It's true. So right out of the gate, Zenny, one of our super fans, she's got to ask the question, which is, who is your favorite Pokemon?
Oh boy.
Here's the thing.
I was not a Pokemon kid.
You could just make them up.
But I really liked Eevee.
Eevee.
Because we would all have the card. We all had the cards. Mm-hmm. And I really liked Eevee. I was just like, yo, Eevee's the fucking best. But I didn't know anything about Eevee or the Pokemon or.
What did Eevee look like?
Eevee looks like a little fox, kind of like a little dog fox. Yeah. Brown, fluffy, very cute. I just remember thinking Eevee was so cute.
Eevee
and being
Pokemon.
like, oh, I want one. And that was the thing about Pokemon is that you want one.
That is adorable.
Yeah.
That is an adorable ass Pokemon.
But only because Eevee was cute.
Oh yeah, the one that's got the fur collar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then doesn't she turns into a very majestic fox.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure she evolves into a very majestic fox. Very beautiful Pokemon. Very into Eevee.
Slotty says Eevee's a fantastic choice. Both of my daughters agree with you. So
look at Eevee. See?
So adorable.
So cute.
Jared always wanted a Squirtle. That sounds about right. Squirtle. And then I dated one. Had to throw out my sheets. Boy, this guy. Listen, man, it's too early. It's too early to making those jokes over in Australia, my friend.
We got him. Go get him.
Got him. Yes. So, so great to have you back on here. But before we jump into things, let's take care of some housekeeping. Housekeeping. So, first things first. I want to shout out to all the folks who have subscribed on our Patreon. In case you didn't hear, we have transitioned from Twitch over to YouTube. We've made that jump. This is our new home, so thanks for tuning in. But also, thank you for the folks that have subscribed on our Patreon. If you want to support the podcast, head over to patreon.com/mindgappodcast. Link in the description down below. I feel weird doing that. I'm going to have to get used to it. But support us. We have one tier for $5. You'll get early access to some of our content, and also just, be on the forefront of anything we've got going on. So first things first, shout out to our subscribers. Wolf's Lore, thank you for subscribing. Jared, thank you for subscribing. Richie Armor, thank you for subscribing. And Zenny, thank you also as well. Your contributions mean the world to us and allow us to do things that normally we wouldn't get to do. So thank you so much for supporting us.
Like take really, really expensive trips to Europe.
Yes, because that is all part of the plan. So.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be so fun.
Doug and I like to treat ourselves.
We do. Jared goes, I still have so many points to use for Twitch. Can we have a stream on there just to spend our points?
A special point spending stream?
Yeah, right? Where everyone just plays the emergency fart. Then we can do that. How about that?
Here you go.
Yeah. We're totally worth 10,000 points.
Absolutely.
Also,
worked hard to get those.
We did. And, you deserve them. Next up, if you'd like to join our Discord, head on down to the description down below. Click the link to our Discord. Join our community of Mind Gap friends, Mind Gap heroes. We've got the podcast channels, so if you want to ask Practical Doug, you want to throw anything in there, anything for the throwdowns. If you just want to hang out with a cool community, if you want to set up game nights, be a part of them, come join our Discord server. We'd love to have you there. You're welcome. Also, don't forget to check.
Welcome.
You are welcome. Don't forget to check out our merch on redbubble.com. Head over there, type in Mind Gap Podcast in the description in the search box, and you'll get a couple of our stuff there. Pick yourself up something nice. It's the holidays. Get yourself something. Get yourself a hat. Get yourself a coffee mug, a travel mug, a little drawstring bag, a hoodie, a shirt, whatever you want. It's for you. You support the podcast and you get yourself something great. You deserve it. Do it. Take care of yourself. Last but not least, if you didn't know, if you happen to be listening to this audio-wise, we do live stream our podcasts Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Central, youtube.com/c/mindgappodcast. You can check out our stuff there. You can join us, join the stream. We'd love to have you. We also live stream. I host a video game stream Saturdays at 8 p.m. Central, so you can check me out there. We're doing all sorts of different stupid stuff and fun things as well. So go enjoy us, follow us, like us, subscribe, follow notifications, all of those things. We appreciate them and we appreciate you.
Smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and yeah.
Ding dong, motherfuckers!
Say, right?
That's what we want to say.
It's been a long time since I had to promote on YouTube, so
that's right.
I forgot all this stuff.
Which, by the way, I gotta say, Justin, you and Drew's vlogs still pop up in my feed. They do.
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm not. It's great. So if you guys want to check out Just in Time, just search.
It's there.
It's there on YouTube. Justin's blog. It's good stuff. You did a lot of work.
I did work. I don't say a lot of work. I did work.
Guys, admit it. You're doing good and hard work. Just accept it. Accept these compliments.
It's not. Hard work is not a compliment. Work smart, not hard.
That's right.
I do not want to work hard.
I really do love how you're like, I don't work hard. I don't.
I'm not a hard worker. Do not let anybody think that about me. Because then they're going to ask me to do stuff.
And you don't want to do
sully
things.
my good name.
How?
Do not sully my good and chill ass name.
How dare you? How dare you, sir?
How dare you think I work hard and get up in the morning and think I would like to work hard? I do not.
Speaking of working hard, how are things on Twitch? You're killing it, like always.
Pretty sick. Yeah. Pretty sick.
What? Tell everyone where they can find you and how they can follow you and what they can expect on your stream.
You can find me at twitch.tv/C_2 with 2 O's, SEE_TWOO. That's my Twitch channel. I also do a show every Tuesday on the Trident Network, which is a network that I belong to. We do live shows on Twitch, podcasts, and recorded shows on YouTube. We do have a YouTube. The Trident Network is our Trident, TRIDENT.
Nailed it.
Trident Network. And we're on Twitch. I'm on Twitch every Tuesday, but we're on Twitch all the time. And we're also on YouTube.
That's awesome.
And we have a bunch of podcasts. So if you search the Trident Network, actually, I don't think you could search the Trident Network on any podcast platform and find us. But we also have a website, thetridentnetwork.com.
There we go.
That you can go to and check everything out if you would want to do that. But it's basically a network that is focused on creators, helping creators, putting stuff out there and hosting a bunch of different stuff. We got a bunch of different subjects. We actually have a lot of Disney podcasts. So if you love Disney, you should check us out because we got a lot of them.
The amount of stuff that you guys have on there is pretty impressive. There's some web series that you guys have that I've tried to take a look at. It's almost too much to keep track with all this stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of like a hub. It's like a hub for like, cause like we're all like disparately connected to each other from like doing comedy, doing video, doing podcasts and stuff. Yeah. And the creator and founder Val Agnew, who is one of my really great friends who I met doing improv in the city of Chicago. You know how you meet?
Yes. Doing comedic improvisation with all of the intellectuals.
Because only the smart kids do improv.
Only the smartest.
Only. But she wanted to like make a network, and she's like a really great producer, and she has so many connections. So I help her out with that. My title is the Twitch coordinator. So I'm like the Twitch person who is like sits on the founder team, which is fun.
You're on the Twitch board?
I also stream. Yeah, the Twitch board. I also stream on Twitch. Too. That's where most of my stuff is. streaming on Twitch.
Streaming.
And I have a TikTok.
Oh shit, that's right.
I have a TikTok. There's some stuff I do. I'm doing stuff, you know. CSE_TWOO.
Check her out. It's cool. She's very cool. And I have to say, I really enjoy your streams.
Yay!
A lot of the times I'm in there lurking because I'm pretending to do work.
I love lurkers. I love when people are like, I'm here, but I'm working, so I can't talk to you.
Yes.
Like, that's sick.
But I love it because like occasionally I'll take a break and just be like, all right, let's see. Is C2 rocking someone's butt right now? Yep, there she goes.
Yeah, there she goes.
Your main game is Apex Legends, right?
Yes, my main game is Apex Legends. Been playing Apex since it came out. But like the week after it came out, I started playing Apex Legends.
Yeah, I watch you play. It's oddly relaxing to watch you play, just because.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because it's just I'm like this is watching an artist. You know, just
wow.
Go around, you're sliding, you're popping stuff open, you're just grabbing all sorts of shit. I'm like, I don't even know what she's grabbing, but she knows what she's doing. You know that, but you also play solo. Like you just hop in there with randos. And you go to town.
Let's go for it.
It's so awesome. I love it. It's very enjoyable. And I'm like, I'm not a battle royale person. It's never been quite my jam, but I don't mind watching it. It's one of those things where I'm like, I won't play it, but I'll watch it because it's kind of enjoyable. But
when you find someone who's really good at it, it is fun to watch. Legitimately fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a lot of people who say that they don't really like the type of game that Apex is, but it's a good game to watch. Like they wouldn't really play it, but like watching me or like another streamer that they like play it is like nice. Like I think Respawn did just a really good job with their game, so it's like very pleasurable to watch and fun to play.
I agree. Like just the artwork on it's solid. I watched some folks play Fortnite this morning, and I'm sitting there just going like, God, fuck this game. Just. God damn it. Like, just because here's the thing that happened. First of all, Aaron Foster, welcome to the stream. Which, by the way, I gotta say, the last time we had you on, we talked about Fortnite because Batman apparently was joining the universe, and now that you're here, a bunch of stuff just happened. The Rock showed up, the island flipped over, whole world's going topsy-turvy. But while
wait, the Rock's in there?
Yeah.
I think I did see a press release about that.
Yeah, he's in it now. He's in it to win it.
He's in it. He's in it. He's going to win the game.
Yeah. I was watching. He's going to win the game.
He's going to win the game.
It's part of his contract. He's like, I'm in here to win, so I got to win. I got to win this game.
I got to flip this island back over.
Yeah. We got to go back. But I was watching
Fortnite. We got to go back to the Fortnite.
I was watching at Noah Reno stream today because he posted our Discord. He goes, all right, I downloaded Fortnite. What do I do, basically?
No.
And
delete it. That's
Zinni and Jared were like, oh my God, and they hopped in.
I just it's none of my business what people like to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you love Fortnite, I think, right? We want to go on record here and make sure everyone understands
Justin.
that you love Fortnite, and you are going to officially be our Fortnite correspondent. I think that's
I want to die. No.
Because I feel like anything that should be the thing. Anytime this just in, going live now to C2 on Fortnite news. And she's like, "Why are you calling me? I don't want to do this."
It's just so funny because at this point, Fortnite is low hanging fruit. It's funny because even people who like to play Fortnite are like, yeah, fuck you, I play Fortnite. Like, obviously it's bad and I love it. Like, I feel like they're like, oh yeah, there's like, they can see, it's almost like, this is a terrible comparison, but I'm going to use it. It's almost like when Neo first gets into the Matrix and he's like, I can only see the falling letters. But then the person's like, no, if you look through it, you can see everything. Like, you can see how everything looks and stuff. Like, that's how people who play Fortnite, they don't see what it like looks like because they're so like in the game that they don't, all of that other stuff is just like extra to them. Like, they don't see like the game is like the game for them, and they like love the mechanics and they're really good at building and they know the maps and all their friends play it. So it's like, they don't see it. They don't see it for the pile of garbage it is. It also might look nice to them. Like, you know, how like we all like perceive color a little bit differently. Same thing. Like, they might like the way that it looks. Just like I used to enjoy eating at Golden Corral when I was younger, you know? There you go. I used to love Old Country Buffet when I was a little girl. Yeah, OCB. Let's go to Old Country Buffet. I love that place. Yeah. You know? Absolutely. Yeah. I was watching today and I'm like, cool, this is kind of enjoyable. And then I hear Jared go, hey, do you want the Spider-Man gloves? And I'm like, what? And there's like Spider-Man gloves where you can go and like hook on to stuff. Yeah, I'm like, what? And then I'm watching Noah, who's surprisingly good at the game for just playing it. He just goes, he's running. And they're across the river. It's just this other team. And they're like kind of shooting each other from a distance. And Noah goes, well, there's only thing to do. And it's just basically to charge him. And he just goes by himself. He's like, uses his web swingers, swings across the body of water, gets over them, starts shooting. And he's shooting at someone that has a Naruto skin. And I'm like, wait, is that Naruto? So because this is always blows my mind, is just the characters that exist in this world. So he's fighting Naruto, and then Jinx from League of Legends / Arcane comes running out. I'm like, is that Jinx? And I'm like, what is this? I don't understand what this is. Like, who? It's a waking nightmare. It is just an amalgamation. It's really it's Ready Player One. It's just what pop culture can we gather and just shove in here? / Space Jam 2. I mean, the thing is, I'm with you. You like what you like. There's nothing wrong with it, right? Like, I'm not judging anybody for it. If you enjoy it, fucking go have fun. I get why people enjoy it. I really do. I totally understand it. I am just continually baffled because with this much stuff. I just dislike things that feel very data driven. Yeah. Yeah. I immediately, like, when it's like, do you want this? Is this what you want, you jackals? You fucking... is this what you want? Like, it's like how like what Star Wars did with their the last one, whatever the last one was, where they were just like, do you remember Star Wars? Do you remember Star Wars? Well, this is a Star Wars movie. Did you know? Like, yeah. Yeah, I know. You absolutely are nailing how I felt. That robot is. You nailing how I felt. No. Like, it's this they take the idea of like, oh, people like when things are familiar, which we do. We like when we know what a name is or we know that reference or whatever, and then they just drench whatever the IP, like they drench it because they don't I don't know what the idea is. I'm sure I'm sure the developers work really hard, and like I'm sure like if you like playing the game and you know how to build stuff, it's really fun to play. But in terms of aesthetics and in terms of like spirit, it's just like drenched in just like so much shit where you're just like, I don't even know what's happening. Yeah. I don't even know what's happening. Like, why is this happening? This isn't how like, so it takes like the idea of like, you like this thing, and then like that's not how like stories or like tension or like those things work, which are also inherent in us. Like, we love story, we love a full circle, we love like when something comes to it has a beginning and an end, and there's reasons and there's tension and there's drama. We love that, too. That's like a thing we love. So like it like sacrifice like because all the games that I really like have some kind of cohesive like here you go, here is Halo Infinite, like, and it's like this is Halo Infinite and that's what it is.
Yes.
It's not like Halo Infinite now with
The Rock.
Now with The Rock. Yeah, like now with like it's like no, The Rock is The Rock. By him, The Rock is The Rock. But then, well, actually, technically, no. The Rock's in fucking everything. But The Rock actually,
That's fair.
I would actually be like, oh, of course The Rock's in fucking Halo Infinite. And I love it.
Oh, yeah, I'd be down for that. Yeah.
Oh, I'd be down for The Rock and Halo Infinite. But it would be kind of like a nice little, like, here you go. Here's a nice little gift where we put a special thing. But, like, the more, like, stuff that you put in that's, like, from somewhere else, the less special it is. So now it's like it's almost like an Onion article. Every time it's like, you know, this is gonna be in Fortnite. It's like, great, fucking who?
Yeah, right.
Right, exactly. That's
when
exactly
when I see those headlines of who's joining, like the first time I played, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but I think it was, and maybe I got it wrong, but I know Wolverine was involved.
Yeah,
and Wolverine
they had all the X-Men in
choking out like the Predator at one point in time. And I'm like, what? No, it was Master Chief. That's who it was. Like, Wolverine is over there like choking out Master Chief. I'm like, what? Huh? What is happening? Like, I don't get it. Like, there's this. Here's my thing. A multiverse is going to be the new. It's the new trend.
That's the new standard.
But a multiverse within a story that already exists.
Right, you
would be nice. Hey,
you can't just throw.
Beggars can't be choosers. Okay.
Do you remember all those?
I don't actually care about multiverse. It's just so weird. I don't
remember
need
those movies in the early to mid 2000s that was like the it was called like Date Movie and it was scary. It started with Scary Movie.
Yeah.
And it just threw
making fun of.
Exactly.
A genre.
And threw every possible movie into one, like every reference into one single movie.
But it's
that's
not
what Fortnite feels like to me.
It's worse than that. It's because it's not even one genre. It doesn't even have a genre. Like DBD. Like DBD is a perfect example where DBD does have that thing where it's like, hey, do you like this character that is from a scary thing? Like, so it has that kind of like, ooh, clickbaity thing, which is like a lot of things like need clickbait to survive at this point. Like you need to be like, I want to buy your skin because like we won't play games that aren't free. So you better give me a skin that looks nice because I'm not gonna buy your shit unless it's on a free game. Make me buy it. I dare you. But but it's a genre. It's like horror movie. Like they're not gonna put Spider-Man in DVD.
Yeah,
he doesn't belong there.
Well, for the record, I saw a release today that they're going to be Dead by Daylight's going to be adding the Ring Girl into that now,
which is within the horror genre.
That's actually kind of. I'm with you there. Like when I play that once, I don't know, every year and a half, maybe 2 years, and I come in, I'm like, oh, look at all the things they've added. And when I'm like, oh, look, they've got Michael Myers, they've got Leatherface, they've got, oh, cool. And just to see that, like, oh, they're adding, you know, like the Ring Girl. I'm like, ooh, I wonder what she's going to do. Like, this will be
the Ring Girl, yeah.
Do they have Chucky in there?
No.
Because that would be very terrifying.
Well, they had something similar, where it's essentially, I forget what it is, but they call them the twins, and one of them's like kind of like a, I don't know what you'd call it, but a fetus that wasn't fully developed that's attached to a creature, and you can pop that thing out, and it will run, skitter, and it will jump on you, and while you're like, it slows you down while you try to get it off, and
that's
then
real?
The killer comes and like gets you. It's terrifying.
That's intense.
Cool.
Yeah, the last time I played that, I was on the receiving end of that. I was like, I don't like this.
I don't like that.
I don't like this at all. It was just
no, thank you.
Absolutely awful. But I'm with you. Like, it's one of those things where, look, I get it, but I look at Fortnite like it's just this hodgepodge of, I don't know what. I just don't know what it is. And
you guys wait till I'm on here to talk about Fortnite.
No, it just happened to work out. It happened to work out. Like I was just like, hey, we're gonna have Carl. Like, guess what just happened?
Now, moving forward, we will wait. We will save all of our Fortnite anger until you're here. Yeah.
Yes.
I also it's so funny because I always say, like, you know, you can like what you like because like I've never even played Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like I've never booted it up. It's never been downloaded on anything that I have. So I've never even played it.
I have. And
I have.
Well, I
can't like you get every
too
so
proud.
like yeah. Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
It just looks. I've seen it. Oh.
We never
It
before
looks
on this
away,
show.
you know?
Never before on this show have we allowed ourselves to not have an opinion if it's something we haven't experienced. Like, we have opinions about anything and everything, things we've never seen. It drives Haig nuts, our other fan.
Yeah.
He's like, you can't have an opinion on this movie you've never seen. I'm like, well, we do have opinions.
Well, I'm going to.
I'm going to tell you why this movie's bad. You haven't
I'm
seen
not
it.
an elected official, and it doesn't matter.
That's right.
Since my opinions aren't affecting you at all.
That's right.
Actually.
Yeah, Jared goes, oh, so you judge without trying. Yeah, it's basically what, but I have
100%.
tried. Thanks to Jared. Jared was like, hey,
I say experiencing it.
play it with this. I was like, all right. And I did. And you know what? I did have fun. I didn't know what was going on, but I had fun. And I remember watching, I think it was on Twitch, like when you log in, they have like a featured stream playing. And there was a guy who apparently is extremely good at Fortnite playing. And it was so annoying to watch because all it was at his level was people building shit constantly around themselves as people attack, which I find the most annoying component. I think it's on paper.
You're like describing it, and I'm like getting upset. You're like describing how it works, and I'm like,
on paper, it's cool, right? Like you can essentially build structures to get to different places, to protect yourself if you're out in the open. Like, cool. But when you're going and you're lining up that shot, you're like, I'm going to fucking headshot this guy. And they go, and they build a wall in front of him. You shoot and it hits the wall. And you're like, God damn it. And they're like, well, I'll just shoot the wall down. And they build another one in its place. And you're like, what is this game? What are we doing? Like, just, they create this sort of like fortress around themselves. And that's just what, at this level, that's all it was. It was just constantly like building, breaking down, building. And then they'd see someone headshot them, move on. It was just like, I'm like, what is this? What is this game? I don't it's so hard to watch.
We all probably sound like 100 years old.
Oh, sure.
Because it's almost as if, and I would actually get this. I would come up against this complaint a lot in Apex, and people would be like, "The powers, who cares?" Or they'd be like, "It's a gun game. Why are we like everyone's got a different power, and it makes it so hard? Like, why we're just shooting each other?" Whereas like I don't really feel that way because I feel like even if I'm like really good at whatever character I'm using, like if the person is better at shooting their weapon, they will kill me. Like if a person is better at shooting their weapon than I am, they will beat me. I can use powers to my advantage for sure, and I could use the area and the like stuff that I have around me to my advantage somewhat, but it is still like an FPS game where if the person who is chasing me or if I'm fighting is better and hits more of their shots than I do, they will win, which is like what an FPS game is. If you hit more of your shots and you're better at aiming and you're better at moving, you will win. But with Fortnite, it's building, but it's like it's not even about like winning the fight. Like I mean, I guess it is. It's about winning a fight, but it's about winning a fight by like not engaging. I'm not really sure. I've never played it, but like you're saying like, oh, they're building all this stuff, and I know that I've watched games at high levels. I've like watched people stream games to like learn more about them. Or for me to get better, and I've watched them at high levels, and the game that they're playing is completely different than the game that I play.
Right.
Like when I watch like actual Apex predators playing Apex, I'm like, I don't even know what's happening. I don't know what you're doing. I would never do that because they're playing a different game at that point.
Yeah.
So like, I guess it depends on like what kind of experience you want to have, but I think it's because if we want you don't want to have to want a game to fit into a category that it's not technically not, even though like I guess Fortnite is technically an FPS game. Is it? Maybe because we're
it's
like
a third person
we
shooter.
hate it so much. Is it though? Or is it a third person builder with shooting?
Oh.
At this point. Because when you think about it that way, it's like, oh, it's a building game. Well, I didn't want to play a building game. No wonder I fucking hate this.
I don't want to
game.
play Minecraft.
There you go. But some people do want to play Minecraft with guns.
Yeah.
So, like, and then you get in that point where it's like, oh, like, if I get really skilled at building, which is something that I like, and then they're shooting in it, like we're playing a game, haha, it's VR, you can approach it like that, too. But, like, when you're saying, like, oh, all they're doing is building, they're building so much, what's happening? And then also, and then you're dead.
Yeah.
So, like, but
at what point, and then it's like when you're looking at
It
the higher
definitely,
levels,
like,
it becomes a different game.
Like starting out, like Noah's on here saying he's played 5 times and hasn't built. I was the same way. I played with Jared, Wolf, I think Zinni. Like we did a squad. I won 10 times in a row with them. Like it was just like, I'm like, oh, this game's easy. Because I was a low level, and so I was paired up with other low level people, and we just stomped
you
them.
play against bots in Fortnite when you first start.
Yeah, it was pretty straight.
Really?
And then
you play against robots.
Interesting.
And then all of a sudden, the next time I played, I was like, wait a minute, what? And I tried to fight a couple people, and all of a sudden,
what?
They start building, and I'm like, I don't even know how to do that, and this is super frustrating. I don't want to try and break down your building. And to the point of like, what about powers and Apex? Well, I would also argue it's no different than playing a first-person shooter where there's power-up weapons, right? And you know where they spawn in the level.
And you know where they spawn, yeah.
And you get to them, like the rocket launcher and Halo, and you just...
in Halo Infinite, where I don't know where any of this shit is.
Same, and I don't know what anything does. And
I don't know what this does, and why am I fighting you over it?
Yes, I need context. Why is there an oddball that's a skull? What does it all mean?
Well, and that's the thing is, like, I've been playing a lot of Halo Infinite. It's so funny because I play so much Apex, and I've been playing Halo Infinite, and while it is an FPS shooter, it's a completely different game. The strategy and the way that you play it is a different game. And that doesn't mean that it's bad or worse, or that, like, that means that I suck at it, or that means that you would suck at it for whatever reason. But it's like on Apex, nobody's, like, controlling the map. Nobody's, like, you can't control the map.
Yeah.
You just do, like, you just exist within the map and do your best. Whereas in Halo, it's like you need to control the points on the map and know where they are and know what time things spawn. You need to know, like, where people are. You need to be, like, there's, like, so much. It's a completely different strategy, even though they're both FPS multiplayer shooters. Mm-hmm. So it's like this, like, it's your flavor.
Kind of like, and also Battlefield, right? That's about same thing, controlling the map, mass warfare. There's a lot going on, and I very much prefer objective play. I don't like straight up deathmatch. It can be fun, but I prefer to play to an objective. So that's usually what I like to do if I play a first person shooters. I don't know.
The objectives, it gave me anxiety. I was always more led, let's just kill each other and let's just see who can get the most kills.
Let's just kill each other. Come on.
There's
like
definitely
if I had to capture the flag, or if I had to, like, hold the point for an X amount of time, I would start, like, flop sweating. It was not fun.
Let's get this on the record. Capture the flag is hands down the worst game mode in any sort of game. When they have capture the flag, it is
Do tell why
the worst. It's what killed me was when I played Team Fortress 2.
But you must play capture the flag if you want to play this game.
It's so.
And if you don't, you can't play.
I think it was a combo of Team Fortress 2 and then also World of Warcraft. Because in World of Warcraft, they had an arena mode or a multi-battle player, what are you playing, PvP mode, where it was capture the flag, and it was the most frustrating fucking experiences because it was the team. I think part of it was just the mechanics of it, right? Like someone grabs the flag and they're sprinting away, and I know at that point I'd just prefer a straight up fight, but you have to deal. There's some strategy involved, but you have to rely on so many people to defend, right. To then also you got to have people that are actually going to be attacking. People have to work together, and when you're with a bunch of randos, it's super fucking frustrating. And I'm like, this is. Can we just line up and just have at each other? Let's just
line up.
Let's just go, man. And there would be times where I'd have to grind out those instances to get some sort of currency to then buy something. I was like, I have to get. I was doing the math.
What game are you talking about?
World of Warcraft.
Oh man.
And then I was
That's a specific one.
Yeah, and I was like, if I win, I can get through this so much faster, like 3 times as fast. But if I lose,
playing World of Warcraft, or I guess.
There's a mode in it where you're fighting against other players.
Modes. Okay.
And it was the worst, and I just kept losing. I was like, if we could win, this would be over sooner, but it didn't happen. I was like, oof. Yeah, it was bad. But Capture the Flag has just always been, can we play anything else? I will take any other game mode than Capture the Flag.
Capture the Flag is just so hard. It's hard. It's fun when your team is winning. Because you're like, and then like, but it's like so annoying when you're losing. It's so annoying and hard, and like, it's fine. It's a game mode.
I think
I'll play it, but-
I think you bring up a good point, which is it's flawed like Monopoly is flawed, in that Monopoly is only fun when you're winning. When you're losing, it sucks.
It sucks.
And I think
yeah.
there's something to be said for a game where even if you lose, you still have a good time. That is an interesting game mode, right? And Capture the
Yes.
Flag, nah. I don't want
Yeah.
to chase someone around the goddamn map holding something. I can handle
I feel
oddball.
like everybody hates capture the flag.
I can handle
Everybody hates
oddball
Capture the
because as
Flag.
you're holding the thing, that you're at a disadvantage. You get more health, but you can't shoot. You can bash people with it,
Yeah.
but it's you got to hold on to it or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. It's like King of the Hill. You got to hold this small point, and whoever stays in there longest gets the points, gets win. It's like it puts you at a disadvantage to win. That's enjoyable. That's engaging. It's interesting. Whereas like, I got a flag. Don't turn it in
almost like
yet. We got to get ours
Capture the
back.
Flag, is much more. You rely on everybody way more to do
Their
some
job.
type of job way more than you would like an oddball. Whereas like you can kind of get away with good movement. You can kind of get away with like hiding in a good spot. You can kind of get away if you get like the right weapons. But in like Capture the Flag, it's literally all about timing and if everybody knows what's going on. Because if one person on your team is just like not on it, you're not going to be able to keep up with the other team because they're all on it. And
Yeah.
they're all having the rhythm of like going back and forth and returning the flag and getting it back and like whatever.
Yeah, very true. So
it's, like,
developers,
way more dependent on your
listen,
team.
cut that shit out. No more
Stop
Capture the
giving us
Flag.
Capture the Flag.
Save
Save
it for
yourself the time.
save
You
it
don't
for
have to
recess,
develop.
baby.
Aren't there people who like Capture the Flag? There has to be someone
Oh,
who's like,
nah.
I love this mode.
Of
I love
course.
it. I've never heard of them, but I'm sure they exist.
There's people that like horseradish, sauce, dipping sauce.
Sauce.
It's out there, and to them I say go play and leave everyone else alone. Go create
Go
your own
forth and
community.
capture your flags.
Yes. Noah says, as someone who's shit on the game Fortnite for years and then hopped in to give it a try, to give it a serious try, I'm having a good time. It is fun to shit on something you don't get right away, though.
Oh yeah, I mean, like when it comes down to it, I just don't like the way it looks. That's it.
Yeah,
Like
fair.
that's like I was like, oh, I just don't like the way that looks, and I don't want to watch that. I don't want to be playing something that looks like that. That's
No,
it.
totally fair. And the thing is, like, I get why it's popular. I 100% get it.
Oh yeah,
Totally do.
and it's not everything's for everybody. Like it's cool that we have enough people like in the world who you can have like a bunch of big games and they're all keeping that player base running, and we can all play different games, and that's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. Jared says, capture the flag equals some wanker always camping. Pretty much.
Who's
Yeah.
camping?
Yeah. You're camping.
I was a camper.
You're camping.
Justin, I was a camper.
I was a camper.
In what?
When we used to play back in college, like Halo
Oh, okay.
or any
yeah, camping.
Yep. 100%.
But that's so funny. People get so mad about campers. It's like, that's a strategy, though.
Splitgate.
Oh, they're camping. It's like, yeah, maybe that's the smartest thing for them to do right now.
Yeah, and I
don't
just
know.
killed you, so
Yeah.
I
I just killed you.
I was the
Maybe
king
you shouldn't
camper.
be running around like a jackass so much, and then you
Right?
wouldn't see me.
Right?
Maybe you shouldn't be running around so much.
I just want to play a game where everyone camps. And just no one, and so it's just very slowly scanning the horizon.
Dude, that
A
would
game called
actually be
Campers?
really intense.
A game called Campers? That's Tarkov.
Game called Campers, yes.
I love it. No, I was like that in the game Splitgate. That was, free to play, where essentially it was Portal and Halo mixed
Right.
together. And I would set up a portal that was over an entrance. So if someone was running towards me, and I would set a portal right in front of me too, so I could just look and watch them come in. I would just shoot them from behind as they came in. And I just kept doing that. And they're like, fucking camper. I'm like, don't come into my sector. This is my sector. And I'm going to guard it. Like, this is mine. And I enjoyed doing it. It was fun. I was like, what a fun way to do this. I was like, yeah, is it super strategic? I mean, kind of. I would argue it was super strategic, especially if it was to get kills. I find that the more that I run around a level and get murdered, I'm like, I need to stop and assess what's going on. Like,
That's the one thing that is hard for me about joining, because I definitely think all spaces have this, but like all communities have this. But there's kind of like a hive mind of like what people should be doing, what people shouldn't be doing. And like something like camping or like people like people say like they're holding hands or like whatever. It's like they're playing the game.
Like they're playing the game and they're beating you.
What does they're holding hands
they're
mean?
beating you. Like I always like they're together, but that's they're being a team. They're working as a team. That's why they're winning. Like, and it like
these cheaters are working together.
No, yeah, and like there's this big like it's like or you'll be playing pubs, right? You'll be playing in pubs lobbies. People are like, why are you playing like it's ranked? It's like because they're playing this. The ranked game is the same game when it's ranked. They're playing the game. Why are you playing so hard? Why are you trying so hard? What do you mean? They're just beating you. They're just better than you. What are you talking about? Like there's all of these like. They play this game differently than me, so I'm gonna make up a nickname for it of like why they shouldn't be. It's like they won the fight. So who won the fight? Like, isn't the game about winning the fight or something? I'm confused. Like, but they're like they gotta win on your terms, and then that makes them it's like. There's
just
always like
losers.
No, it's just like there's always like they're not playing the game right. It's like, what are you talking about?
Well, agree, because anytime you play a game with randos, the second you have any semblance of teamwork, it's just a steamroll because you're communicating effectively, you're strategizing in the moment, you're adjusting, and shit gets done. And that's my favorite thing is to go in with a small group of people in a part of a larger game and be like, all right, we're going to stick together, we're going to follow this thing, and your success rate goes up dramatically if you do that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, teamwork does make the dream work.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Going with your team and like being a good teammate, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
Usually.
That motivational poster doesn't lie. It's true.
Hang in there, you know?
Hang in there. So good. So good.
Mondays.
Ladies.
Yes. So good. So you heard it here. Play Fortnite. Just don't build.
You heard it here. Play Fortnite, don't build, because that's what cheaters do.
That's what you fucking cheaters. I do have to say, like, there are some things that I straight up
cheaters do.
I refuse to do. Like in Counter-Strike, there was the gun, the AWP or the AWP, if you want to be a cool kid, and essentially it was almost a one-shot kill. Is an AWP. It was like a super sniper rifle.
Okay, yeah.
And I just refused to use it. I was like, this just makes this easy. If you hit someone, they're dead. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I would pick the scout, and the only way you kill someone is with the headshot with the scout. Otherwise, it's Counter-Strike.
Oh, Counter-Strike. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
CSGO?
Yeah, CSGO. And before that, just straight up CS. I played it when it was
That was a big one. That was a big deal one.
Yeah, I love that game.
I think it still has. I was looking on Twitch for like I was like curious. I was like, what's the biggest game that's being streamed? It's Counter-Strike. It was Counter-Strike.
Still?
Yeah, it was Counter-Strike.
Wow.
CSGO. Yeah, they had like. I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna go on Twitch and I'm gonna look it up.
We're getting real-time news here.
Game. Show me the one that is the most popular, please.
Yeah, I was super into Counter-Strike in college. I had a floor of guys, and we would all get out of our foreign language class at the same time. We'd come back, and we'd do a 5-on-5, and we would play for like 2 hours. And it was so much fucking fun. I had so much fun playing that game. It was great. But there's just certain elements, like the AWP sniper rifle was it's part of the game. You can use it. But out of some weird semblance of honor, I was like, I'm not using that.
That's the shit where I'm like, it's a fucking game.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I felt like it was. I felt like it was a rubber.
If you exploit it though enough, they'll patch it, right? No,
maybe.
Did they never patch it?
No, I mean that. I looked at that as, oh, you're losing, so you're gonna get the AWP. Cool. It's like the blue shell in Mario Kart. You know, I was.
But that's if it's a game, it's in the game. You can't cheat if it's in the game.
I agree with you. I agree with everything you're saying. I just would get these weird things of. There's this other game, Dawn of War 2, where
it's not honorable.
It's not.
It's not honorable. My honor. My kingdom.
You would build these units, and there was one race where it could build this giant avatar that would come and just wreck shit, and it was the only race that could do that. I was like, I refuse to build that because it's absurd. Refused. And someone would do it. I'm like, oh, that's cheap. They're like, it's part of the game, and it is. There was nothing wrong with them doing it.
Right.
But I held a grudge against them because I'm like, you fucking, of course you'd build the avatar because there's no way to stop it, you piece of shit. And no one has any answer to it, you piece of shit. Like, I would get really angry about that. But I'm with you. It's built into the game.
In the game.
It's part of the game. You're allowed to use it, and you have to figure out your way around it. I have changed. I'm a new man.
I'm a new man, yeah.
Still just as angry.
Just as angry, but I'm a new man.
That's the one thing that makes it hard to like join other game like communities. I guess I'm just gonna say communities, but like for lack of a better word, communities. Because there's like all these like unspoken rules to like the game and how you like it's not okay if you do behave this way in a lobby, and it's like, but it's part of the game. Why is it in the game that you're playing that you love so much if I can't do the thing that's in the game? Like, and then like, yeah, there's all these like unspoken rules that I don't love about.
That's so funny.
There's a lot of that
because like Noah Reno says, I refuse to grab in Fall Guys. I think that's hilarious because that's a legit strategy in Fall Guys. Justin, are you familiar with Fall Guys at all?
No.
It's essentially like what was that Japanese show where people would just all the Most Extreme Challenge?
Oh yeah.
It's like this, but with cute little characters that go through these cute little things.
Oh no, absolutely. I remember. Wait, didn't we last time we had C2 on?
We did talk about it with you. Yeah. C2 was talking about it too.
Yeah.
And
you won something big, and it was a big deal.
Oh, there was like a clip or something of me like
you won.
It was the first time I ever won because like winning is so hard because you're going through like the different stages, and I did win.
Yeah,
I did win.
It was awesome. It was so cool.
It was great.
But Noah, being an honorable
I still
human,
celebrate that.
Yes, to this day we still bring it up.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. It was a feat. I like.
We have,
do not
we
play
have a
Fall
once
Guys
a month
anymore.
meeting that we sit down and we talk about it.
And we watch the clip. We watch the clip.
You quote your favorite parts.
Yeah.
And you do the song that you made up for me specifically, and then you blow up birthday candles, and wow.
But see, what I respect is that Noah, despite all of this, he won't grab people. And he's just like, because there's people that will stand at the finish line and they'll just wait and they will literally grab people.
Said he will.
No, he doesn't mean that. He's joking.
He said it.
No, he's joking.
He said he would. He said I definitely grab him Fall Guys.
He won't do that though. He's just trying to be cool because he doesn't want the world to know that he does have honor in the game, and he refuses to do that. And that's what I respect about him.
Really, what the issue is that you holding people to like your own code of ethics in a game where it's like everybody is from a different place and is all strangers.
Or also a game where
why don't you behave the way that I do? Because I'm not you, bro. Because I'm not you. Give me the sniper. That's the worst one. I want to use it.
By the way, we're all little marshmallows in this game trying to get to some crown. Like, yeah, let us play the game. Like,
and it is more interesting when people are fucking shit up, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I like, as much as I don't love when my random is like doing weird stuff and I'm like, what are you doing? It is interesting.
Yeah.
Or when the other team's doing something wild and I'm like, what are they doing? Like, and it's like, it makes the game interesting. They probably played the game so much and they're bored now, so they're just fucking around. And it's like, oh, I had a little interesting time.
Yeah.
With these weird people that I've never met in my life before.
I love it. But shout out to Noah for not grabbing people in Fall Guys. I think that's cool. You stick to your guns. You're trying something new, and you've got
in the game. Though.
You've got integrity.
It's in the game, so you can do it. That's why they put it in there.
He can, but he chooses not to, and I think that makes him. It's just like Batman could kill people, but he chooses not to. That makes him a superhero.
That's
wow, Noah's so honorable and kind, and he's never done anything wrong in his life.
No. If you ever play games with Noah, you know that he is a straight shooter. And that's what makes him special, And
not a liar, and he also hates Fortnite.
What I would love to do is clip this once. I want to screenshot this one thing in the chat that says at No Arena that says I do grab people. There's evidence. I'm just going to screenshot that real quick, and we're going to save that for later for my own fun use. So
wow, sounds like you guys have a healthy friendship.
We do have a healthy friendship.
Healthy and normal.
So good. I just love quotes out of context. It's one of my favorite things in the whole world. It's the best, and that's the best as it gets.
Quotes out of context. Welcome to Quotes Out of Context with Doug.
I wanted to actually, while I was joking about making a book called Quotes Out of Context, it was just a whole bunch of quotes. When Justin and I used to work together, it was just a bunch of shit we would write down, and we'd go back, we're like, what was it? Literally, we'd be like, what were we doing when this happened? It's like, that's not the point. It's just read the quote, because it's hilarious out of context,
That's true. That happened.
Yeah.
Just read the quote.
Yeah, read the quote. Yeah, so in other news, the new Fantastic Beasts trailer dropped recently, and it came out. And C2, I see you already just shaking your head, like not into it.
Oh, well, no, it wasn't that. It was the link that you gave me, like, broke in the middle of the trailer.
Oh, no.
What?
And then I didn't, like, I was going to go look at another thing, but then I, like, had to go do something else, and then I forgot to, like, look at it. But
I'm so sorry.
I watched, like, the beginning. I watched, like, the first half of the trailer, and I was like, okay. And then it was like, something went wrong, and I was like, oh. And I, like, refreshed it a couple times, and I was like, what's happening here? And it just was like a broken like video.
Yeah. I've been pretty lukewarm on the Fantastic Beasts, in general.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this one came out, I'm like, I mean, I'll probably watch it when it comes out on streaming,
I won't be running to the theater for this one.
No.
I'm in the same boat. Like I thought, like visually, it looks good, of course, and the actors in it are great. I had such an affinity for the original franchise, for the books, for the movies, and I love those. And this just I enjoyed the first Fantastic Beasts, for what it was, but it never grabbed me like Noah grabs people. He has that.
No, it doesn't grab people.
True.
Can the court reporter read the quote back?
Right.
That's right. I do grab people. There's evidence. My apologies. I got that wrong. Justin, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I yield.
I yield my time.
Yeah, it's almost like in the same vein. I don't want to keep talking about Fortnite, but it's in the same vein of like, do you like this? Hey, millennials. Hey.
Right.
Don't you just fucking want to lose your mind over another Harry Potter thing? And it's like, actually, I'm kind of good. Like, I really liked Harry Potter when I was a little kid. Like, because that was like a thing. That was the thing, Like, yeah, for sure, I did. Oh my god, I was obsessed with Harry Potter. I fucking wrote fan fiction. I knew what house I was in.
Wait, what? Let me guess your house. Let me guess your house.
Oh, you know what it is.
I don't think I do. Now I have the pressure and I'm going to get it wrong. I've got a 25% chance. Okay, let me say this. You're not Slytherin, correct?
No.
See, there we go. So now it's a 1 in 3 chance. Now we've got it.
I'm gonna say Gryffindor is too obvious, so I'm gonna cancel that one out too.
Just to be disrespectful, I'm going to call you Hufflepuff.
It's Gryffindor. I'm a Gryffindor.
You're Hufflepuff.
You are a Gryffindor. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Gryffindor. I actually have the same birthday as Harry Potter.
Oh,
Ooh,
how about
nice.
that? Very
I was so into Harry Potter when I was little. I was like, this was for me. This was made for just me. But now I'm just like, I got others. We did it. We did that.
Yeah.
Right.
We did
and it's
that,
there if we want to revisit it, and it's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's because they're just milking it. They're milking
they want
it.
It's like the next Avatar movies. No one wants these.
And then everybody wants to talk about it, and everybody wants to be like, I have opinions. Like, it's just like, oh my god, this is not even relevant. This isn't even relevant anymore. And like, they're good books. I love those books. Oh my god, those movies, those books, so good. But like, we're done. Like, we're done. Like, I don't know. Like,
the pause was the best.
Like, I was so on edge for that. I'm like, what's she gonna say next?
Well, because everyone knows how I feel about.
They're like not that good. Like, they're good, but they're not like so. Like, I've read some books in my life, and I tell you what, Harry Potter is a kid's book. For kids.
It's a young adult novel.
It's a young adult. It grows.
I was like, it definitely as you get towards the end,
it definitely ages.
Yeah, which is what I like about it, because when I watched the movies until after Order of the Phoenix, I was like, you know what, I'm enjoying this. The final book had just come out. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna read these now. And I was like, let's just get through these first two, because these are just child books. Like, these are just nothing interesting. It's all whatever. But
get through them, yeah.
Get through them. But then as you go along, it gets more interesting, more serious. More things happen.
I disagree with that.
That's cool.
I think those first two books are they definitely have it. Not only does it set up your universe, but it's legitimately interesting. Like, you're getting to see the inside of a world that you've never known before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how is that not interesting? How is that kid stuff?
Oh, well, the thing about her books is they pull from a lot of other stories. Not that other stories don't do that.
I was gonna say,
but
everyone
like
does that,
her stories are not at like that, or like
the story of Harry Potter, it's a good story and it's tight, structure wise, but it's also like not as interesting as a lot of other fantasy stories. And it's basically like a fantasy, like a magic story and a school story put together.
You know why it's less interesting?
It's not that it's bad. It's not like bad or good. It's just like, it's not like when people are like, oh, I'm losing my mind about this. Like, it's like, really?
Yes.
Really?
I've read 10 books in my life. 7 of those were Harry Potter.
Okay, well then you fucking go for it, man. Like, hell yeah, let's go. That shit's amazing then. Congratulations.
One of them was the Bible. Would not recommend.
That one gets dark.
That one also has magic in it.
Yeah.
That one gets dark. There is magic in there.
What also has magic in it?
Oh, I love the Jesus was a witch. Like,
he's a witch.
Stories
Burn
like,
him.
like Jesus. Sorry, I don't know if you know, but Jesus was a fucking witch. So
Just so you know.
deal with it.
No, we all know why Harry Potter like is just okay, right? It's because there's a prophecy in it. Because if there's
prophecy, it's a real simple. I mean, like when you study narrative structure, it's tight. Harry Potter's tight. It's got all that narrative structure all in there, but it has like it's all the same. Yeah, it has all the same stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like you can cherish something from like the past. I think the thing that's like annoying about it now is like people are like holding so tight. Oh, hold on. I need to hold on to my this. And it's like you really don't. There's so much shit out there.
Part of the childhood is what I'm guessing.
There's
a lot of people grew up with it.
Out here for you, man.
Yeah, it's nostalgia, holding on to it tightly.
And I'm also like bitter about it being political now.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh no, J.K. Rowling sucks. It's like great, awesome.
Well,
cool.
it's just
now I have to talk about we got to talk about it every time. Like this sucks.
Within an hour of the trailer dropping,
and because they won't stop shoving this shit down our throats, we have to talk about her all the time now. When it's like, if this would have ended, we'd be good. Fucking whatever she is, and it wouldn't matter because a new movie didn't come out in however many years. It wouldn't matter. But now we gotta talk about it all the time. It's annoying. It's like I'm done. We're done. It doesn't matter. We did this. We were 11. It was sick. Let's grow up.
I'm with you because also everyone knows how I feel about prequels. I don't like that this series.
You don't like them?
Generally, no. I don't like because a lot of times they undermine.
Always?
Most of the time, they undermine what came before them. And that's happening now with this stuff because it's fucking with the timeline of stuff that had happened.
Early in the podcast, we went through and tried to find a sequel that you approved of.
A prequel? Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom.
Have you seen the Thing prequel?
No.
Oh, it's good. Have you seen The Thing?
Yes, love The Thing. One of my favorite movies of all time.
I don't know. It's funny.
Well, here's the thing about The Thing prequel. All of the tension of that is gone for me because I know what happens. Everyone dies. It's frozen. It gets taken, and then you go into the Thing movie. Like there's no tension there for me. I know that outpost gets obliterated.
Like, what are the stakes?
Yeah, we know that from watching The Thing because they go to the camp and everyone's dead.
That's the thing that Doug always has an issue with prequels is that you know who survives, you know who shows up in the original movie. So where are the stakes?
Well,
or if there's a new
character,
character,
it's about the journey.
Agreed.
How did they die?
I do like that.
I know.
What happened? What
you know how they died?
What other fucked up shit did the Thing do?
The Thing got him. The Thing got him. There we go.
How though? What did they do?
Does it matter?
Fucked up shit?
Because I was like,
it's about the journey, not the destination.
You turn around the movie, it's like all these people are going to die. I already know that. Whereas when you watch the original Thing, it's like,
well, you turn on the Thing and you know that too, don't you?
No, not the first time you watch it. You turn it on, you're
not
like,
the first time you watch it.
Exactly. But I don't need to even watch the prequel because I know what happens. It's like it's going to be.
But what about but that's still I guess if that's what holds the tension for you, then obviously it would suck.
Is rewatching a movie that you love less enjoyable for the same reason then, Doug?
I think there's what's the word for it, the phrase? There's a diminishing returns to some degree. Like I will never be able to capture the first time I watched The Dark Knight. Or the first Avengers.
In the theater.
Oh,
so sick.
So good. I remember going to eat lunch afterwards with Jill, and we just sat there like almost in silence, just like processing the film. And we didn't say much.
Narratively very tight.
Yes.
very good. They break it down.
and I'm just like, whoa. But whenever, especially, that was my issue with obviously the Star Wars prequels as well, is they completely undermined with the prophecy. They undermined, what came after, because they try to over-explain a lot of times. That's a common issue I have, where they're like, well, we've got to explain where C-3PO came from. Anakin built him. It's like, do we have to do that? No, it just wades into dangerous territory. Because here's the thing. Fantastic Beasts is leading up to Dumbledore and what's-his-face fighting. Like, that's what it's going to build towards.
I thought you were going to say something else.
What do you think I was going to say?
Dumbledore and what's-his-face just going to town.
What do you think I was going to...
Kissing and making wizard love.
Well, here's the thing.
Making wizard Let me talk to you about some wizard love.
Hey, my name's Dumbledore. I've got this wand. And I can do magic. Also, I have this stick of wood that can also do magic.
I got the magic stick.
Fantastic Beasts and
where to stick them.
Where to stick them. Did you know Dumbledore is gay?
Well, that was the thing, too, is like, it was very subtle in the books, right? It was there in the background to the point where J.K. Rowling had to say, yes, Dumbledore is gay. And everyone's like, but in the prequels, there's like that sequence where it's Dumbledore and who's the guy? Grindelwald, where they like make the blood pact and they're like, they're like just staring at each other.
They were kissing.
And they're like, bah. I was like, okay, all right. There's zero subtlety here. I'm not saying that they can't be like that.
Listen,
but
they were in love.
I get it. But
Did you and Jill never made a blood pact, Doug? That's what you do when you're in love.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes. We renew it every month.
I've never been in love.
That's why I tell
to make a blood pact. I can't wait until the day I get to cut my own palm open and press it against my lover's palm.
And then we take little bits of it and put it into a locket and hang it around our necks, and we will be bonded forever.
Yes.
Yes.
The traditional blood pact that we all do when we are in love.
Yeah, that's how I explain it to Jill, to Natalie, my daughter. I'm like, when you love someone, you will cut your palm open and you will smash it together.
And you will press it together.
And that's how you know there's true love.
That's how I know.
Yeah. So whatever. I'll catch it when it's on streaming. I won't run to the theater to see it. I'm actually surprised they keep making them, to be honest with you. I mean, I think they do okay at the box office, but
they probably have a contract and stuff, right? They probably had this all planned out for a long time.
There's been all sorts of stuff that's been planned out that they just cut because the money isn't there. But I guess it does make some sort of money, I suppose. But
yeah. Well, we know how you feel about that, Doug. We've got people who want to know how you feel about other things.
Oh.
Shall we? Shall we dive in?
Let's do it.
You got the questions, we got the answers. All you do is ask. Practical, 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 practical. Ask Practical Doug.
All right. It's time for another Ask Practical Doug. For those of you who are just hearing this for the first time, there's a small being inside of Doug named Practical Doug. And this little practical being is what usually drives Doug in most of his life decisions. It's a very practical entity. And you can ask Practical Doug anything you'd like on our Discord, on Twitter, on Instagram, on however you can join us on our live stream and ask in person. But we have had people submit a ton of Ask Practical Doug questions. And this week's Ask Practical Doug comes from Mr. Jared from the land down under. And he asks, is this a marriage that will last? Now, let me give some context as to what this is referring to. There was a tweet for an engagement announcement, and it was in a local paper. I don't know what city.
I think it's in New Jersey.
Of course it is. New Jersey. So I'm going to read this announcement. It's long, so stick with us. But the big question is, will this marriage last? And Carly, we want you to weigh in on this too. So It says, and Doug, do you have the? I'm not watching the stream.
Yes, I have it. I have it pulled up right now for those.
Okay, so you can see these two lovers looking into each other's eyes. Dr. Matthew Johnson and Miss Jennifer Bear Cullen are pleased to announce their engagement to be married in February of 2022. Dr. Johnson, son of late Walter J. Johnson of Clark, New Jersey, is a well-known professor, historian, and author. Miss Cullen is a celebrated behavior specialist born and raised in the Alikiski Valley by her late parents, the beloved William and Martha Bear. Colton Cullen, the son of the bride, is delighted to share in this miracle of love and devotion he's witnessing for the first time in his life. He would like to thank his stepfather for the genuine loyalty, honesty, and protection that neither he nor his mother have ever known before. And this is where it starts to turn. As a diamond is produced only under intense heat and pressure, Jennifer's beauty derives from enduring decades of narcissistic attempts to defeat her virtue and crush her spirit. These sociopathic attacks backfired. Matthew is ecstatic to be the only man adequately equipped to satiate Jennifer's long unsatisfied yearning for romantic attention, affection, and love. What am I doing? I should be doing this. Similarly, as gold is refined only through intense heat and flame, Matthew's strength of will derives from enduring decades of pathological contempt, deceit, and hypocrisy. They failed to break him. It turns into a movie trailer at this point. They failed to break him. Jennifer is overjoyed to finally provide him with the unconditional love, undying respect, and gratifying intimacy like no man has ever experienced. To put it simply, they won.
Oh
I do want to recut this as a movie trailer.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Like, we just pull lines from this, like, and that's just,
right.
We haven't read, whatever. That would be a lot of fun. So the question is this marriage going to last? All right. So I look at this a couple of ways. These two folks have really been hurt in their lives, and God bless them. I want them to be happy. But there seemed to be a lot of baggage there. And that's a dangerous thing, I think, for me. Like, the idea of this chip on their shoulder, to end it with, put it simply, they won.
Right.
Boy, there is so much therapy that needs to happen to get them out of this space. I think there's a lot of danger here.
Yeah. Well, they've survived the danger that has been laid before them.
I also don't think they know how diamonds and gold work. I don't think gold is produced in that way through intense heat and flame, which, as Justin pointed out in our production meeting last night, those are the same thing. Yep. Heat and flame. So, yeah. I don't know, man. I
think the bigger question is, who penned this? Did they sit down and write this together? Was it the son? Is the son like an emerging writer? Was it J.K. Rowling?
I think they both have had a hand in it.
Isn't he a writer? Didn't he say he was a writer?
Does it say he's a doctor? Dr. Matthew Johnson?
He's like a
I've read this 2 or 3 times, but I don't remember what I read.
Yeah.
I've ignored it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just some phrases in here that are really alarming to me. Just, they're sort of they're first of all, the picture of them is incredibly disturbing. It looks like this guy is going to lean in and suck her soul out of her mouth like a Dementor. Like, she looks surprised.
I thought she looked like the one who was going to kill him, for sure. She's the one who's a vampire, 100%.
That's so interesting.
Like he might not be aware where he is right now.
Martha? Like, he may not know what's going on.
Why would you say that?
Maybe it's her hair.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'd say if we can take their claims to be true, and they truly are, that, that Matthew is ecstatic to be the only man adequately equipped to satiate Jennifer's long, unsatisfied yearning for romantic attention, affection, and love. Boy, what do we read between the lines there? Like, there's just so many questions. that I have. But if we can
There's
take
more questions than this article provides answers.
Jared says they wrote this together while masturbating. Sounds like it's a very masturbatory piece, you know? Like, look what we did. We accomplished it. We're getting married, and fuck all you other guys. Fuck you. And if you've been through some shit, I get it, right? You want to stick one in the eye of the people that came before you, but also you all look like you're older folks. I would like to think that you would act a little bit differently, but I don't know. This is where I'm going to finally land on it. This is a powder keg of dynamite laced with C4 and so many other explosives.
And packed with diamonds and gold.
Apparently, if it goes off in the correct way. I will also say that it's actually more of a nuclear isotope, where if kept at the right level, everything will be cool. But if it falls out of balance, either way, there's going to be a nuclear explosion, and the fallout will be deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that is accurate.
I think you could argue that with any relationship.
Without a doubt.
If two delusional people are within the delusion together, then doesn't that make it real for them?
Of course. And
and lasting?
Just like people who like Fortnite, hey, like what you're gonna like.
Or just like two people who like decide to be together, but like live quiet lives of desperation and never talk to anybody about that. Like maybe they will be married for a long time, but is the length of a marriage anything to speak of to the quality of it?
What a great question.
Dropping truth bombs over here.
What a question.
They might have a fucking wild time being wild. They seem like a wild couple.
They sure do. Wilder than you've ever known. I'd
Very
say
intense.
Yeah, will the marriage last? I think it's tough to say, right? Because if they're both as
wants to say yes.
If they're both dedicated in a way to each other in a way to the point that they wrote this, then they're in it to win it. They're in it to win it.
Shakespearean about it, like if they're like fucking ride or die about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they truly are like, listen, I've had some shitty relationships, and you are the first person that I've met that's going to satiate my needs, then I'm in it. Let's do it. Then yeah, it sounds like, honestly, it does sound like they're ride or die. So I think yeah. And the reason is, after talking through this, because my initial thought was like, gee, I don't think so. But they're in it together. And like what Carly said, if there's a little bit of delusion here and they both believe it, then it's real. And that's all that matters. And they are like, we're here, man. We made it. We're going to do it. We're going to survive.
Practical Doug has ruled. And now that we've got the ruling, we move on to the last and final segment.
Welcome to the Throwdown.
Yes.
Oh, we're throwing down.
We're throwing down.
We're throwing down. Oh, my. So, if this is the first time you've heard the Throwdown, this is essentially where two characters, things, are placed in an arena and they fight to the death, and we have to decide which one will come out the other side. As I realize I just showing the wrong screen there. Whoops. Just showing like our episode topic guide there. But essentially, originally Justin and I would come up with these were in on our own beforehand. And it got to the point that during our production meetings, or they got too random or whatever, but we got to the point that they were so, it would take us so long to figure out like the right pairing that our community, our council of shadow elders got together, and they now decided that we will only find out the moment of the Throwdown. So these are always a surprise to us as well. So that being said, Justin, let's roll those drums and let's figure out what we got going on here. So this week's Throwdown is Carmen Cortez from Spy Kids versus Carmen Sandiego, the new version. So, first question first. Is anyone familiar with Spy Kids?
Oh, am I familiar with Spy Kids?
Does it have a prophecy in it?
No. But it's a fun-filled family romp for everyone involved.
Good. We're going to rely on you
dream?
for this then. So, for her stats and things of that
100%.
nature. I am familiar with Carmen Sandiego, and we'll kind of run through everything and see what's going on here. But let's take a look at some stats. So I will run through Carmen Cortez's stats. So
sounds good.
God, and this website that they use always just like makes me laugh and infuriates me at the same time. Mm-hmm. All right, so she's a human spy kid and head of Spy Kids division, co-head of the Spy Kids division. So she knows martial arts. She can create booby traps and ambushes, stealth and infiltration, hacking, espionage and detective skills, fight with rocket shoes in a buddy pack, acid manipulation with an acid crayon. Wow. Status effect inducement. So much crazy. So she's got her attack potency is human level up to street level. All right.
Doug, what tier is she? I'm sorry.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about the tiers anymore. I'm over it. They don't mean anything to me. They're just a bunch of letters and numbers I don't get. She's average human speed, average human lifting strength, striking strength, durability is human level, stamina above average. She's a kid, right? She's got some standard equipment, spy equipment, electroshock bubbles, things like that. Intelligence, she can hack into any organization and is the head of the Spy Kids division. Weaknesses, normal human weaknesses. Cool. Good to know. Classic. Justin, what do we got for Carmen Sandiego?
Well, she is a tier 9C,
God
Doug.
damn it.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, when you compare it to Carmen Cortez, who is a tier 10B to 9C with gadgets, but likely a 9B, I think that gives you a little bit of an idea of which way this is going to go. So her classification is a human and a thief. Her attack potency, peak human level. She fought and harmed Paper Star. I don't remember Carmen Sandiego fighting anyone.
Right.
But I
can
guess
harm those who harm
thing.
her. What is she, some sort of like witch or like this under some sort of rules?
Right.
What is she, a witch?
Witch.
So her dimensionality is 3D. She's 3D. Travel speed, peak human. She can outrun fully trained police guards. Combat speed, superhuman. All right. Reaction speed, superhuman. Can grab a shield and block multiple arrows in the middle of their shot. Lifting strength, class 10. Could casually lift and flare at a chain holding an anchor. My goodness. Striking strength, peak human class. Durability, peak human level. Stamina, above average. And then
I think this is
she knows martial arts. She's stealthy.
I feel like
she can hack.
She's genius level intelligence. Like I think this is a no-brainer. Like
weaknesses. She has no notable weaknesses. Not even human weaknesses.
Yeah, I think she's a witch. I don't think she's a well, witches are human, but I think she has some supernatural tendencies that Carmen Cortez probably does not.
Yeah, I feel like first of all,
tapping into something extra.
Carmen Cortez is a child, so there's that. Spy kid. And then
well, wait, does it actually give an age? Because this one, Carmen Sandiego is 20.
Age, it says
she's
unknown.
Possibly 21 by season 4.
It's I guess unknown. Jared says I can't wait to find her in Fortnite.
That's gonna be a sick season.
Age is unknown.
Hate how there's seasons in Fortnite. Not to go back in the conversation, but
yeah,
I don't get that. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, Carmen Elizabeth Juanita Echo Sky Brava Cortez, which is her full name. It seems like she is a young Black Widow, not fully realized, but on her way to getting there.
Well, if her age is unknown, I mean, she could be like 40.
I don't think so. I think she's a kid.
You don't know that. It's unknown, Doug.
Well, are we doing
Benjamin
age
Buttoning.
like we're doing? Well, she's a kid.
Yeah. We don't know exactly how old it is, but
Are we doing the age? Because there were like 3 Spy Kids movies. So are we doing like her age at the end of those movies and like now, or like because like now I'm pretty sure she's definitely older than 20 now. But I just think Carmen Sandiego is stronger. Like given the stats.
That by itself is crazy. Her stamina, her abilities, her reaction
She's
time.
Whipping around an anchor on a chain.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I mean, yeah. And I also think Carmen Sandiego, I remember playing the games growing up. She was easily, I never caught her in those games. No. You know, she's super duper stealthy. She's so good at getting away. So I think she's going to be able to, genius level intelligence, she's going to outsmart this kid and just dunk on her with a goddamn anchor on a chain. So I think that's a slam dunk right there, man.
Boom. Yeah, I think this one's pretty open and shut right here.
Yeah. There we go.
Right, cool. We're saying it. Carmen Sandiego for the win!
You know it. That was thank you. Thank you, Council of Elders. We always appreciate your insight. Throat chanting.
That's the Council of Elders sound. Dune, we Dune.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
I love the part in Dune when they go to the Dune.
Oh, I love that.
I love when they go to the Dune.
Someone photoshopped Person of the Year, and it was that guy doing the chant from Dune. That was my. It's like yes, because that was goddamn amazing. That whole sequence.
You know what? We should all talk about Dune more.
We should
totally be a thing.
I loved when everyone was talking about Dune.
It was great. It's a great movie. Fucking love it. Carly, thanks so much for hanging out with us. This was an absolute delight, as always.
You're welcome. I had so much fun.
This is the part where we want you to obviously, promote your stuff again, shout your stuff. But also, what do you have to recommend? Is there a show? Is there a book? Is there a movie? Is there music? Is there anything that you'd recommend that people should check out right now?
Oh boy. Well, you can check me out.
Yeah.
On Twitch, twitch.tv/C2SEE_TWOO. I'm live on Monday nights. We play Skyrim. On Wednesdays, we play Apex, and I've been playing a little bit of Halo Infinite. And on Fridays, we play Apex as well. And sometimes I stream on Sundays, which it just depends. And then I have a show called Best Random Ever on the Trident Network. Twitch.tv/the Trident Network that airs every Tuesday at 2 p.m. where I talk about how I handle my emotions in my life playing with random strangers on the internet. And that's a really fun show. Recommendations for things. Oh, you know what? I know this is old. This is like old news, but Ted Lasso made me want to watch TV again. I did not want to watch TV. I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to watch TV anymore. I think I'm just going to like give up on TV. And then I watched Ted Lasso and I was like, oh no, I'm so into this. Ted Lasso is so good. So if you are like, I want to feel good and also laugh, Ted Lasso. You have to sub to Apple Plus, but it's like free for like a week. So if you're like a binge watcher, you can get that shit in there and unsub to that immediately if you're into that. It's really easy to binge watch. I do post on TikTok. I think it's SEE_TWOO on TikTok. But you can find me on the internet if you search SEE_TWOO or Carly too, CARLYTWO. I'm around.
Check her out for sure. Carly makes great content. She's a lot of fun. Absolutely check her out. Justin, what do you got to recommend this week?
You know what? I was going to recommend a movie, but Ted Lasso. I'm just going to let Carly's recommendation speak for itself. I'm not going to do anything else. Just listen to her and watch it. Yeah.
I'm going to go on my train, which is the Arcane train on Netflix. Arcane. Yeah. It's a fucking amazing show. It is not a feel-good show, but it is a great show. So it is so damn good. Amazing animation. The music in it is great. It hits me in all my feels.
Do you have to be in the League of Legends?
No, I know nothing about League of Legends. Okay. I know absolutely nothing. And when I saw it was League of Legends, I was like, oh shit, I don't know, man. But
I don't know anything about League of Legends.
But the animation looks so cool. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll check it out. I fucking fell in love with it. It's 9 episodes. and they're already making a season 2, so they're in it, which I think is coming out in 2022. So I'm in it. It's so fucking good. It's so goddamn good. I can't recommend it enough. So I'm gonna recommend it again. So check that out. It's on Netflix, 9 episodes. Do yourself a favor because Noah watched it. We had a lot to talk about. Justin, you're next. I need you to watch it so we can talk about it. Okay, do it. And also, I want to.
As soon as you watch Ted Lasso, I'll watch Arcane.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
Yes, it is.
It's so good, Doug.
I know it's good. I'm not saying it's
Here's
not.
the thing. I'll also play Fortnite if they put Roy Kent in.
Ooh, wow. You hear
Wow.
Epic, get on it, or whatever the hell,
Put it
whoever
in.
runs that game. Do
Or
it.
Beard. Either one.
Nice. And I also want to put this out there. Come January, I want to find a time with you, Carly, where we get you on to play What the Dub.
Oh
on
yeah, we gotta play What the Dub.
Yes.
Yes.
I want to make that happen because I think you would absolutely kill at that game, and it would be an absolute delight to play that. So we want to try and work that out. So that is on our rotation of games that we play. So I'm going to set up a date, and we're going to work it out, and we'd love for you to come by and hang out with us. So that'd be really fun. So it's official. It's in the universe. It's done.
We're doing What the Dub. We're dubbing it.
That's right. Slotty says, I'll play if they put Ben Affleck Daredevil in Fortnite.
There you go.
Nice. We want that. That's what
I'll
we
say
want,
what. There's
actually.
our audience engagement for the week. Let us know who needs to be added to Fortnite in order to get you to play.
Even if you know nothing about Fortnite.
Right.
What do they need to put in there? Because is it the alien from the movie Alien? That's in there. It's
Is it Ridley Scott himself?
Alien's in there. Predator's in there. Sigourney Weaver's in there. There's all sorts of shit, man. I don't know.
Betty White. If they put Betty White in, I might play.
Oh, that would actually be pretty sick if they put
John Wick was in there at one
there.
point. I mean, it's crazy. Thanos showed up at one point. The Mandalorian was in there at one point. I mean, it's wild, man. It's crazy. It's crazy shit. But anyway. Once again, Carly, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This was an absolute delight. And if you don't already, please check out Mind Gap on all our social medias at Mind Gap Podcast. And please check us out on YouTube. We're going really hard in the paint on the YouTube path. Like and subscribe. Check out our shorts. We've got a lot of shorts on there. We are also on TikTok now. For what
You
it's
gotta
worth.
be on TikTok. Listen, here.
Do
I'm
ya?
gonna do this. You gotta be on TikTok. That's where it's at. That's where people are gonna see you. You don't have to be like, do whatever. You just have to put yourself on TikTok so that the people who wanna catch you have somewhere to catch you. Because every fucking people are watching TikTok. I'm telling you what.
That's what I reluctantly decided to do. I was like,
Just
all right.
do it. Just do it.
We'll put it there
I
too,
know.
and we'll put it on.
If you want people to find you on the internet, you gotta be on TikTok.
Yeah, we did it.
So depressing.
I told Justin he got really
It's
sad.
fun. You can curate your shit. There's a lot of
know.
cool stuff on TikTok.
I don't need one more thing to waste my time
That's
with, though.
that's my
It's
thing.
not. You gotta drop something else that you waste your time on and get on TikTok because everybody's on TikTok.
All right.
'Cause
There goes my
only
9 to 5.
For this though, yeah. I'm so sorry. I have to quit.
Why do you have to quit, Carly?
It's for this though. It's for this.
And
If
you show
want
them this
Mind
cool-
Gap to be shown to people, you gotta put stuff on TikTok because people are gonna want to follow you, and the people that like you are gonna be like, I love this TikTok. They're gonna
Yeah.
be like, I love when they talk.
Yeah, we're hitting all the things. We're getting
Because there's
IG
people
Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikToks.
Who want to listen to you.
Yeah. We're there now. So you can find us at Mind Gap Podcast on TikTok as well. So and come check out our stuff. We appreciate that. We're on our way to hopefully getting monetized on YouTube, little by little, bit by bit. Your subs, your likes, your watch time, it all matters to us, and we appreciate you all coming and hanging out with us. So thank you so much. So as a reminder, we do stream live on YouTube on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Central for our podcast, and I do a video game stream live on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Central. So please come check that out, which is super, super sick. You can also find Justin online as well.
On Instagram and Twitter, not TikTok yet. At Instagram and Twitter at Justin_Michael, spelled Mikel. It's the fun way of spelling it. And while you're in the online realm, if you still like to listen to the audio podcasts, you can check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcast, Amazon Play, or Amazon Music, whatever the fuck there. Any place that you get a podcast, you can hear us there. And then subscribe to us, rate us, review us, share us around. The big one is sharing. Let your friends know that you like this dumb little podcast called Mind Gap. And then 2east8th.com. /Mind Gap, and then just keep an eye on all of 2 East 8 stuff.
Yes. So good. So good. So once again, Carly, thank you for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
It was
I had
so
so
great.
much fun. You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much. And then with that, I want to say, Justin, thank you.
Douglas, thank you.
YouTube, thank you.
Listeners, thank you.
And you all have a dandy fucking week.
Mwah!
Mind Gap Podcast.